watching KWQC TV, making a difference in the Quad Cities. Live from the Quad Cities, with Morgan Otier and Kyle Keel, this is Quad Cities Live.
Today on QCL, the variety of programs, opportunities, and events at Black Hawk College with multiple campuses and outreach centers across the area. The president of the college will join us live. Plus, the latest pizza of the month from Lopez is a collaboration with the Last Picture House. We're taking a closer look at the newest creation on the menu. And later, meet our team member, Kate Kopatich. She is the newest face on the 10 p.m. news, but you may be surprised to learn she has many jobs behind the scenes at TV6. You're watching Quad Cities Live on this Wednesday, December 11th. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Morgan Otier. Well, of course, it is the holiday season, and Christmas is exactly 2 weeks away, but your shopping isn't complete until you make a trip to Lagomarsino's. Joining us in the studio is Katie Lagomarsino Hilton. Katie, thanks for joining us today.
Absolutely. Thanks
Welcome
for
back.
having us.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so much fun to have you in the studio. It's always very colorful and delicious. We were just talking about this before the show started, but you guys are kind of right smack in the middle of one of the busiest times of year for all of you.
Yep. Christmas is very busy for us, and we're very thankful.
Yeah.
It is a big chocolate holiday for many people, and it's a good tradition for many people to carry on to have underneath their Christmas tree and share with their loved ones.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. So it's a great time. It's a very busy time. And there's just something, too, about Lagomarsino's that really, sets everything apart. It's kind of like the care that goes into it is like a really special thing to put under the Christmas tree or to give for a gift.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys have so many different creative options.
We do.
Which we're going to go over right now. So where would you like to start?
All right. Well, so we have our chocolate-filled ornaments, which are one of our most popular items this time of year.
Here in the sleigh.
So it is, yes. It has it's a big chocolate shell, and it's filled with our homemade chocolates on the inside. So it's like getting a box of chocolates, and you're able to eat the box.
Yes.
It's a perfect winter surprise.
It is. I'm familiar with this because there was something similar that you guys helped me pick out for my daughter for Easter. And so you have the Easter eggs, and you kind of like crack it open, and there's all kinds of chocolates inside.
So this is our winter Christmas version of that. So.
Very cool. Okay, so what else do we have here?
So we have our famous hot fudge, which is wonderful on ice cream or just by the spoonful. It's the perfect stocking stuffer or a little gift to give to a hostess or something like that. So
no, you're right. That's absolutely perfect. I think there are so many different gift exchanges going on right now. Or, you're just trying to get something for a teacher, or a neighbor, something small for a friend, or maybe even a family member. That is kind of the perfect, unique thing.
Yes.
And it's like, we need people like you to come on the show and tell us that, because all of a sudden, when we're, tasked with getting these gifts, we can't remember anything anymore.
Right. It's overwhelming, but we try to make it simple for you.
Perfect. So. Okay. You also have candy-filled snowballs.
Yes. So these are perfect for little kiddos or anyone who would love this. It is a white chocolate shell or milk chocolate, if you prefer, and they're filled with like gummies, sweet tarts, reindeer corn, and some chocolates.
Okay, so candy filled, and that's kind of what you have around it right there.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So then up here we have these little 9-piece boxes that's perfect for your postal carrier or a Secret Santa gift or in the office. And then we have these cute chocolate-covered pretzel rods that are supposed to be decorated to look like Yule logs.
Okay, those are really popular too with Lagomarsino's, aren't they? Those are a favorite.
Yeah, they're just so pretty.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah.
They're great for a stocking or something like that. Really cool. And you've got larger gift boxes as well here.
Yeah, so over here we have our homemade peanut brittle, which is amazing. My dad and husband are busy making that on top of all the other chocolates.
I love that.
So,
that is so, yes, it's such a family affair, which I love. You guys really, you do. You get so involved in all of it, which is really cool. And of course, super busy at an already busy time. And of course, you have your Santas, your chocolate Santas.
So we have our solid 3D Santas that are hand painted by our chocolate ladies, which they do a wonderful job, and they're just beautiful.
Yeah, they are beautiful. And again, I repeat, hand painted.
Yes.
I think we learned that last time you were here, and you spoke about that. And so, anytime anyone mentions Lagomarsino's, Claire Sarah and I, it's a fun fact now that we know. These are hand-painted, really incredible. So if you don't know somebody's preference as well, there are options. So if you don't know if somebody likes chocolate or candy or things like that, but you want to get them a gift from Lagos, you guys do gift cards.
We do, yep. So those are good at either location.
Great.
And so, yeah, it's a perfect little gift. And then when we can use it in the restaurant when that opens back up in March. So
exciting, absolutely. And finally, we also want to mention that if you are not local or you want to send a gift from Lagomarcinos and they are not local, you guys do ship.
Yes, we ship nationwide. You can order it online at lagomarcinos.com for shipping, local delivery in the QC area, or even for pickup to make it convenient.
Very convenient. So you can figure out everything that you want. So maybe you're one of those people like when you go grocery shopping, right? You go in and you buy way more.
Yep.
So you can pick it out ahead of time and then just opt for pickup at Lagomarcinos.
Yes.
Well, awesome. Thank you so much for bringing all of this in for us today.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely, always. Lagomarcinos, again, has 2 locations, making it very easy to stop by for a sweet treat. The original location on 5th Avenue in downtown Moline and another on 11th Street in the village of East Davenport. We have both addresses, phone numbers, and hours on your screen. Katie, once again, thank you and Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Thanks for being here today.
Merry Christmas to
you
too.
Thank you. And still to come on QCL, QC That's Where. We'll take an in-depth look at Black Hawk College and its mission to help students of all ages achieve success in their careers and their lives.
QC, that's where we work best when we're together. QC, that's where is brought to you by a partnership with the Quad Cities Chamber and Visit Quad Cities.
QC That's Where. It's where you can start your college experience, finish your degree, or prepare for an entirely new career. That's because we are home to Black Hawk College. With multiple locations and opportunities to learn in person or online, students of all ages are finding support and success. Take a look.
Here at Black Hawk College, our mission number 1 is to serve students and to help them reach whatever their goal may be. College itself is not their final destination. We're a vehicle to get them there. And we do that by making sure we meet them where they're at. Maybe that's tutoring or disability services or mentoring. We have just a large amount of programs to help students reach their full potential. We serve those who are going straight out into the workforce, and we have those who are in more traditional transfer programs. So if you want to be a nurse or cybersecurity or one of our many ag programs, we have all that range of programs that are available to you. But we also have more of the non-traditional students. Maybe they chose not to take college directly out of high school and went into the military, and we have quite a few veterans that come in.
Black Hawk College is the next step in my career. I do want to join the police department. That was my job in the military, was military police.
I think college provides you with so many more opportunities than just studying and learning what you're doing, but learning about yourself. I plan to continue my education and go back home to a university and go into healthcare.
I wasn't the best high school student, and Black Hawk was one of the first schools that responded to me right away, was interested in giving me the opportunity to prove that I could be a better student. So I'm actually majoring in psychology with a specific major in substance abuse psychology.
For Black Hawk College, it's more of a starting point for me since I was homeschooled. I wanted to get used to what it would be like to go to a big school and have professors and due dates. I would like to become a forester, where I could become either a forest management or get more into the dirt and water science of the forest.
We have a veterinary science program that is just top notch. Last year, in fact, 100% of our students who sat for their state exam passed.
Here at Black Hawk, we have the animal ward where we keep dogs and cats that we get from local humane societies, and we spay and neuter them and make sure they're updated on all their vaccines, which I think is an awesome opportunity. And then we also work with the community to go out on farm visits. We went out to different cattle farms to help vaccinate their herds.
On our East Campus, we have our what we call our competitive teams. This is our agricultural horse-based program, so livestock judging, soil judging, and horse judging. In addition to that, we have an equine program, and this year they will be celebrating their 50th anniversary, and they have won more national titles than any other equestrian program in the country.
I'm involved on the Western riding team. You can use a school horse, which we have very high-end, nice horses that we can use, so that's extremely special. Or you can bring your own personal horse, and you can continue their education and work on some things that you're needing help with. And then if we go up top to the ag professors or any of the general teachers, and you ask them a question, they would be so willing to help you, and everyone has a smiling face.
I really think I could go to any of my teachers, and they're like family to me.
If you have a valid excuse, just email them, tell them what's going on. And for the most part, very, very understanding.
The flexibility, especially being a dad. Sometimes deadlines get overlooked. Can't predict when kids are going to be sick. So it's very personalized. It encourages you to kind of advocate for yourself.
Student life here at Black Hawk College has a lot going for it, and it continues to grow by the day. We get to enjoy a breathtaking campus. It sits in the middle of several ravines surrounded by trees. All buildings are connected through tunnels and walkways and bridges. And over here at the Quad Cities, Building 3 just opened, and so that's athletics in the front part. So men's and women's basketball, men's and women's soccer, baseball, softball, volleyball, and golf. And then all new state-of-the-art science labs and computer labs throughout the building.
I appreciate the community here. There's no tryout to be a part of the community. From staff who are willing to be flexible with you to the student body who's very active in a lot of events, but just very social place to be.
I'm from the South, and I was really scared to come here, but the people here in the community are so nice, and it always feels like you're at home.
To help create opportunities, we partner with our local businesses and industry, and we do that in many ways. One way is through our business training center, where we're offering trainings directly to our employers. That's really driven by what they're telling us their needs are. So our curriculum is based on what they're telling us that they need. And then finally, we offer opportunities for our students by partnering with local industry through internships. If you're a student and you're coming in and you're trying to decide, is this where I want to be? The best advice I can get you is come visit. Feel the family atmosphere. Everything looks and feels new, but at the same time, you're going to be greeted by individuals, faculty, and staff that are looking out for you.
There's a few people who we've had that come on tours, and I'd say they're leaning towards coming here just because, again, people are attracted to that family atmosphere, and that's exactly what you're going to get here.
College can be scary. The whole idea, where you want to go. Here at Black Hawk, we make that transition easy for you. So regardless if you're the first in your family that's going off to college or you're 65 years old, you're going to find your way here with us here at Black Hawk College.
And Black Hawk College President Dr. Jeremy Thomas is joining us in the studio now. Thank you so much for being here.
I'm excited to be with you.
Yes, I'm so excited to have you here. That was such a wonderfully done story. It was so awesome hearing from the different students from different walks of life. So let's talk about that, a little bit more about student experience and student success. What would you say you are especially proud of when it comes to that, to student success?
Yeah, our students are more successful than most other community colleges, and it's that personal touch. Mm-hmm. One theme that I continue to say to our students and our faculty and staff is, we're a family. And so you pick up on that pretty quickly when you hit campus.
You can, and you could, even from the story that we just watched.
Yeah.
That's what many of the students says. It feels like family, which is wonderful. So as president, are you able to interact with the students often, and how are you able to do that?
Yeah, I think if I had a bell around my neck, my admin would be extremely happy because I can disappear. You'll hear me say I grew up in the student affairs side of the college, and that's where my heart's at. It's spending time with students. I do not get to spend as much time with them as I like, but I find reasons. I am at their activities, I am at their games, or whatever else they can be. So they have all the access they want.
Oh, that's great. You've definitely found a balance from what it sounds like. You also talked about BHC's impact on the community. So in what ways does the college, do you feel, bring people and the community together?
Well, first and foremost, we're a partner with our community. And so college itself is a vehicle to get you somewhere. Right. And that vehicle allows us to partner in various ways, including, so Junior Achievement just opened a new facility over in Moline, and we're a partner as part of that facility. So we have staff that are participating. We have our summer programs where we bring in kids, so that they are kids at that age, where they get to learn about what's going to be like if they ever choose to go to college. Wow. And so we find various ways, and that doesn't include our industry partnerships or our advisory boards that we have. Yeah. So many different ways. Okay, very cool. Are there any specific community events or projects right now that you are particularly excited about, and something along the lines maybe of Junior Achievement? Yeah, Junior Achievement's a big one. If you've not had an opportunity to walk through that facility, it is top notch. And it's two parts. You've got the finance park, and then you've got the business area. Right. Black Hawk College has got representation in both sides. That's great. And so that is one. We had a ribbon cutting a few months ago, which we turned into a community event for Building 3. We had our buildings are 50 years old, and we have a lot of renovations going on campus. And so the idea was, let's make it a celebration. Yeah, we've got a photo on the screen, so that's very exciting. So Building 3, other really cool things that are newer in the works, an athletics complex. Yeah, if you want to see probably the best athletics complex for a junior college, probably anywhere in the country, you need to come right to Black Hawk. Really? Our baseball, softball complex and soccer is second to none. It is just outstanding, and so that's a huge draw. It is a huge draw, and we're already seeing it. I had an email the other day from a parent. It's an international student. He's on the soccer team. That's great. And the parent was bragging about how great we made them feel, but how nice the facilities were. So it wasn't just the look; it was the feel that went along with it. Well, that's good. That's again, you need that balance there. Sure, that familial feel. So, and other renovations that are going on right now, that I have a manufacturing lab that's going to be opening in the fall. So there's going to be a whole crop of new students that are going to get to experience that, along with occupational therapy assistant program, which is starting in the fall, which is very big for our area. Yeah, the boomers are getting a little bit older, and so you've got a whole generation that healthcare is not going to shrink; it's going to get bigger. Yeah, and so we're expanding those programs, we're finding ways, but a lot of direct workforce-based programs. So Building 2, you mentioned the manufacturing lab, but a cybersecurity center. We're going to have an area that's going to be criminal justice based. Wow. And so there's a lot that's going into that building when it opens next August. Quite a variety. Well, that is very exciting. Congrats on that. We want to talk too, before we let you go, about some really fun events that are coming up. I mean, we talk about community and we talk about family. I mean, these are events that the public can come check out and be a part of as well. So just Thursday, December 12th, you guys are having a community choral concert. Yeah, our music program, I think I was talking before we got started, music ed was my original major. Yeah. And so when I can be a little judgy when it comes to how good the programs are, and it is a fantastic program. If you've not got to hear our choir or when our jazz band plays or our community band, they're all just phenomenal programs and a great opportunity for our local students. It's good to know that that's there. Also men's and women's basketball games at the Moline campus. That is something that people can participate in by going and becoming a spectator. This, I think, is adorable. Saturday, January 25th, I
have in my notes here, from 9 a.m. to noon, the Teddy Bear Hospital at the Veterinary Sciences Center. That's on the East Campus there in Galva. This is like one of the most adorable things that I've ever seen, but it's also, it's helping the students that are there, and they're interacting with kids in the area. So you can bring your teddy bear, get checked out.
You do. You bring your teddy bear, and then they take them through the various stations, from surgery to where they get their meds.
That is so cute.
It's a great way for our students to learn how to interact with the public.
Very cool. Okay, so last question. There's going to be a lot of folks that are watching right now that are going, hey, maybe this is the place for me. This is my next step. So as far as enrollment is concerned, can students register for classes right now? Can they go through the admissions process right now?
Yep, absolutely. We have registration ongoing for January as we speak.
Okay.
And if you have one course maybe you want to take online over the winter break, we have that available as well.
Okay.
And so there's a lot of opportunities. We'd be excited to get them signed up.
Wow, that's great. So that's the information there on your screen. If you want to learn more about any upcoming events, if you want to get registered for classes, just visit the website. Very easy to remember, bhc.edu. You can find everything you need there. Dr. Thomas, thank you so much. It was such a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you.
For
Thank you for having
us on the show today. Absolutely. Well, still to come on Quad Cities Live, if you're experiencing knee pain and discomfort, you could actually be a candidate for a replacement. Orthopedic specialists will join us after the break with some options.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
If you are someone who's experiencing severe knee pain and limited mobility, there could be significant damage to the cartilage in your knee. This discomfort is often caused by conditions like osteoarthritis, which could be preventing you from performing normal daily activities like walking, climbing the stairs. So if this sounds familiar, you could actually be a candidate for a knee replacement. Joining me now from orthopedic specialists is Dr. Brian McGowan. Dr. McGowan, thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, so lots to talk about, because I'm sure when I was, I did my research today and trying to write an intro to our segment, and I feel like that's a lot of people that are watching this and going, this is something that I'm dealing with. Is this more than just aches and pains and things like that? So these patients, they are experiencing real pain and discomfort. Kind of describe what people describe about themselves to you.
Yeah, typically someone with arthritis, they complain of pain in their knee. You can have loss of motion, you can have swelling in your knee. Typically it's worse with getting up and walking around or doing activity, but really the options for once you're at the point where you need a knee replacement are you can either have a total knee replacement or a partial knee replacement. So there's 3 compartments in the knee. There's the inside compartment, the outside compartment, and then the part underneath the kneecap. So typically with arthritis, multiple of those compartments wear out together. In that case, you would need a total knee replacement.
Got it.
If for some reason you just have one of those compartments where you have isolated arthritis, that could be somebody who's a potential candidate for a partial knee replacement.
Okay, so that's the difference there. How common is it to just have one of those 3 parts kind of go out on you? I mean, and not all 3 or more than one?
Total knee replacements where you have multiple compartments go out at once is much more common. So in the United States, only about 5 to 10% of knee replacements done are partial knee replacements.
Okay, so so the most common type of partial knee replacement then. So I mean, and you brought 2 examples with you here. So this one is the partial, correct?
Yep, so this would be an example of a partial knee replacement. So on this one, just the inside of the knee was worn out. And so a replacement with a metal piece on the shin bone, a metal piece on the femur bone, and a piece of plastic in between, just on the inside of the knee. And then this would be an example of a total knee replacement. So you can see metal on both sides of the femur, both sides of the tibia, and then a replacement underneath the kneecap as well.
Okay, wow. So, and this is pretty rare though that somebody would need this. So is that like just, in essence, catching it earlier? I mean, is that how that could happen?
You can see the pattern of arthritis that would be amenable to a partial knee replacement, both in older folks and younger folks. It's really the pattern of arthritis, how it's wearing out, but a simple set of x-rays and a physical exam can kind of help determine if you would be a candidate for it.
All right, so what are some of the, I guess, the advantages and disadvantages then of a partial knee replacement compared to a total knee replacement? I mean, are there drawbacks or advantages to doing that?
Yeah, so a partial knee replacement, again, it's about 1/3 of a total knee replacement. So it's a typically less blood loss with surgery, a quicker recovery. Some studies have shown better motion after surgery. Some estimates are about 2 to 3 times quicker recovery than a total knee replacement, and just a more natural feeling knee. So you have more of your normal knee there, more of your normal ligaments that are left over. Typically folks say it's a more natural feeling knee.
Okay, so I would understand then why someone would, maybe be hoping to, get you only need a partial knee replacement diagnosis, but there's probably some disadvantages as well to doing that.
Yes, and most of those have to do with patient selection and doing a partial knee replacement for the right reasons. So if you have arthritis in more than one compartment in your knee and you get a partial knee replacement, that would not be good, because then you could still have pain from the other part, so that would need a total knee replacement.
Yeah, you're going to be doing it again.
Exactly. So patient selection, doing it for the right reasons, are important for partial knee replacements. One of the disadvantages of partial knee replacements is the potential for progression of arthritis to the other parts of the knee. So the failure rate for a partial knee replacement is a little bit higher than a total knee replacement, which is again why doing it for the right reasons is so important.
Yeah, absolutely. And I got to ask, something that's debated, controversial, is robotics in the partial knee replacement and using those. So what's your take on all of that, and why is there such a controversy?
Yeah, so the long-term studies about whether, if someone had a partial knee replacement with a robot or without a robot, I think the long-term studies don't really show much of a difference in how patients do, but we know with the robot you can get more precise and consistent implant positioning, and in my mind the robot's a powerful planning tool, and with that precision, that's my preferred technique, but you can certainly do it without the robot as well.
Okay, so that's something that you prefer
and that's mostly surgeon preference, whether someone would do it with or without the robot.
Okay, well, good information. And again, I know you mentioned it already, but if somebody's wondering, first of all, if they need the procedure and which procedure that they might need, it's pretty easy for them to get that figured out.
Yeah, so we can tell pretty quick by a set of x-rays, a physical exam, and just talking to the patient. Typically we don't need any more advanced imaging like a CT or an MRI to make the decision about a total versus a partial knee replacement. So yeah.
That's great. Awesome. Okay, well, if you want to contact Dr. Brian McGowan, we have a number for you. It's right there on your screen, 563-344-9292. And if you want to learn more about orthopedic specialists, just visit the website osquadcities.com. Dr. McGowan, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate it. All right, still to come in our next half hour of QCL, a food and drink collaboration between two popular establishments in downtown Davenport, Lopez Pizza and The Last Picture House. We'll get details on this unique mashup next. And later, meet Kate Kopatich. She's our new anchor at 10 p.m. alongside William Ingalls. We'll learn more about Kate, who is actually a hometown girl, born and raised right here in the QC. And of course, a first alert day is taking effect overnight as we are in for some frigid cold. Teresa Bryant will join us after the break with your first alert forecast.
And now your first alert forecast with Teresa Bryant.
Well, temperatures will steadily be getting colder. We're looking at clearing skies, plunging temperatures, and even sub-zero wind chills over the next 24 hours. Right now in the Quad Cities, still a few clouds overhead with a reading of 24 degrees. West winds sustained at 28 miles per hour. Temperatures around the region already starting to cool down. 16 degrees in Cedar Rapids, 19 in Dubuque. Temperatures still in the 20s east of the river, 25 in Princeton, 23 degrees in Kewanee, with winds moving out of the northwest at about 15 to 25 miles per hour, up to 30 miles per hour in some locations. Those gusts expected to continue to be very, very strong. And the feels like temperatures already down into the single digits, even the sub-zero range, 4 below zero in Cedar Rapids. So while we are still seeing some scattered cloud cover and a few flurries here and there, for the most part, we are looking for clearing sky conditions later on this evening and through the overnight hours. Temperatures plunging down into the single digits for most locations. Then an increase in cloud cover as we head into Tuesday. And we'll see our next round of snow across the southern portions of our viewing area could add up to around 1 to 2 inches of precipitation. So we are looking at a first alert day for Thursday from midnight until 6 p.m. for dangerously cold wind chill values and some light snow down to the south. Wind chills could get down to 20 below in some locations. In fact, that's what we're looking at through the overnight hours as we head into early Thursday. So it is going to be bone chilling cold, and we won't see much recovery, at least above zero, until the afternoon hours. But we've got another first alert day in effect for Friday into Saturday from 10 o'clock in the evening until noon on Saturday. Freezing rain a threat along and north of Interstate 80 with ice accumulations possible, so it could make for some slippery going out there as we see rain and snow and even some ice in those northern counties, changing over to all rain as we head through the day on Saturday. Lows down to 5 degrees under mostly clear skies, and temperatures, well, they're going to be back in the teens for much of our viewing area, and we do expect to see a reading of 18 degrees for the Quad Cities area. Let's take a look at your 7-day outlook. Temperatures starting to climb back into the 30s for Friday, 40s for the weekend and beyond. And it looks like we'll even see a few rain chances ahead during the period.
Tomorrow is a first alert day.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
All right, how does a pizza sound with sliced hot dogs as a topping, and maybe pair that pizza with a margarita made with pepperoni-infused tequila? Well, if that sounds delightful, here's your chance. Joining me now is Andrew Lopez from Lopez Pizza and Ian Heaton from The Last Picture House. Gentlemen, thanks for being here today.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having us.
This is, always a good time. We love having you on the show. And this is a really fun topic. This is a collaboration, Andrew, and this actually comes from your New Artist of the Month initiative. Yeah. You guys have been doing this really from the start.
Yeah, from the start. We have a new artist or company, business every month. They help us create a pizza with whatever ingredients they want. This month was Last Picture House. Ian helped us with our ingredients. We have burn-in and brisket hot dogs, ricotta, balsamic glaze with basil on top, fresh basil, and it's really good.
It looks so...
Don't knock it until you try it.
No, don't knock it until you try it, because so it's called The Last Pizza House, which is just perfect. When people think, like, well, first of all, I'm that person that cut up hot dogs in their mac and cheese growing up. So for me, I mean, I'm a hot dog fan. It's absolutely normal, but these are like special hot dogs.
Yeah, they actually come from The Last Picture House. It's what they use. Like I said, they're burn-in and brisket, right?
Burn-in and brisket, yep.
So just top of the line hot dogs, very good on the pizza, very good by themselves as well.
Absolutely, and so it's all for a good cause, correct? So proceeds from the sales of, is it slices of entire pizzas, they go toward a nonprofit?
Yeah, so all sales of this specific pizza, so small, large slices every time.
Wonderful.
But who's it go to again?
Azubuike, African American Council for the Arts.
Okay, and we've actually featured them through the Figgy on our show before. So they're just all about engaging underserved youth in the Quad Cities. They just want to make sure that they're having all the same chances as every other kid. They're really cool, so something to check out. We have the website there at the bottom of your screen if that's something that you're interested in supporting. Now, on the other end of things, Ian, The Last Picture House, you guys are participating in this collaboration as well, and you're serving a signature cocktail. So tell us about it.
It is called Forgiveness is Divine, from the quote from the Ninja Turtles movie.
Oh, okay. Is that a Splinter quote?
No, it's a Michelangelo quote, the best Ninja Turtle.
I just wanted to give Splinter a shout
out. So it is a pepperoni-infused tequila that we then make into a margarita. It sounds weird, but it's fantastic. I brought the stuff to make it.
Yeah, let's make one right now while I keep talking to you about how you infuse tequila with pepperoni. Like, what I'm picturing right now is just like a vat of tequila with a bunch of tiny pepperonis floating around. Is that exactly how it's...
Honestly, pretty close. So what we do is at the Picture House, we'll take the pepperonis that we get from Lopez.
I love it.
We cook them off, and then we put all of the pepperoni and even those like little fatty bits. We'll put that in with the tequila as well.
Wonderful.
So that it all melds together. We'll then throw that in the freezer so all the fatty bits, solidify. We blend it up. We double strain it so there's no actual like weird chunks of anything in the tequila.
We love it.
No floaties. But you get this really nice, and it's weird. You get this really nice smoky pepperoni flavor from the tequila.
I'm excited.
Little bit of orange liqueur in there.
And what you have like kind of the rim on here. So what do you use for that?
Yeah,
like
so this is tahini. Tahini, a little bit of lemon juice, swirl that around, throw your tahini.
I'm really
on there.
nailing it today.
Got it. All right, your ice. So I made 2 of them, so there's a little bit more in here than normal.
Okay. That is a pro right there.
Nice little shake.
Very cool. And also, Andrew, while he's pouring these, you can get like personal Lopez pizzas at the Last Picture House as well. So that we have an example of that.
That is correct. We have 3 different types. We have sausage, pepperoni, and cheese as well.
So awesome.
We also do sell those at the River Bandit Stadium.
That's great.
In the summertime. So
that is wonderful. So I can try this.
Yes, absolutely. Please.
Okay.
Let me.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Andrew,
okay, this is the pepperoni.
I won't leave you hanging. Cheers.
Okay, well, cheers. Clink. Clink.
Like a pepperoni pizza in a glass.
You're not joking.
It's weird. It's got a nice little sweetness, that little bit of savory. The tahini kind of adds a little bit of saltiness to it
This
as well.
is delightful. Very good. It's like if you like a spicy margarita, it's kind of like a little bit like that.
Or
like a mezcal. Yeah, that is really cool. It is not spicy at all. It's very drinkable. Thank you so much. Now, Lopez Pizza, that's located on East 3rd Street in downtown Davenport. So we want to get the phone number on people's screen if you want to order a pizza maybe tonight, along with the website, which is lopezpizza.com. It's right there.
Order online if you'd like.
Absolutely. And if you want to find out what's playing or purchase movie tickets, just head to thelastpicturehouse.com. They still have Wicked playing. And I saw that you guys have Home Alone playing this weekend.
We'll have Home Alone. We'll have another few Christmas classics coming too.
Wonderful.
So keep an eye out for those.
Yes. So thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Yes, dig in. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't wait for me or anything.
I won't.
Still to come on QCL, meet one of the newest faces on TV6. She's our 10 p.m. anchor alongside William Ingalls. We'll sit down with Kate Kopatich next.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
You will see her face when you tune into our 10 p.m. news here at TV6. Kate Kopatich is now anchoring the newscast alongside our other new anchor, William Ingalls. And we want to get to know Kate a little bit better, so she is joining us this afternoon on Quad Cities Live. Kate, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Morgan.
We are so excited to have you. We just love Kate in the newsroom, and I'm sure people just love seeing you on the news as well. So how's it been going so far?
It's been going really good. I've gotten a lot of super supportive messages where people have just been like, you know, you bring such a light, and like it's just like it's been a really good good reception. So and I just feel like it's totally been a great fit for me. Like Will and I, we have a good friendship, and so having that dynamic between your 2 evening anchors definitely like makes a difference. And he's been great to work with, whole Nightside crew. I'm happy to be back on my Nightside schedule because I did do the morning show a couple of times, and so we did that. Yeah, you know, you did the morning
all about
show.
it. I did that for 8 years. I'm still in recovery. Yes, so exciting to see you on the 10 p.m. news. What I find to be incredibly exciting that people may not know is that Kate has been our digital content producer for a while now. So talk about that aspect of your job, because that's kind of the part that people don't necessarily see.
Yeah, so I started 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago here, and I was with our digital team, and I still am part of the digital team, but we do all of the social media, the website articles that you're reading, the digital desk, all of that. So it's a huge team effort, and there's so much that goes on behind the scenes, and so all of that.
And you guys are just you're fabulous at it, and the reason why I bring it up is because you know what, at 10 p.m. you are looking for exactly what's been going on, what's to come the next day, any breaking news that has happened, and this is your girl. I mean, she has been spending 2 years just tracking down all of that information, and to have that in a news anchor, I mean, you can't really train that. So we are very lucky to have you on the desk in the evenings alongside Will, but we want to learn a little bit more about you before we run out of time. So you graduated from Illinois State.
Yeah, Illinois State University. I got my bachelor's in public relations, and
Awesome.
so there was my cute little graduation
That is
cap,
adorable.
and you know, I had to decorate it, make it all fancy.
It's gotta stand out.
Yeah, I loved Illinois State University, and they taught me so much that has helped prepare me for this part of my career. And having
Yes.
that PR background, just you know, all of the writing and all of that. Obviously, that's a huge part of our job, even when you're not specifically doing digital writing, is just so important. And that's one of my favorite things about this job. So I'm
good.
happy that I still get to do both.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, and you provided, so you have a dog.
Yes, yes.
And
Yes.
so cute. So who are we seeing here?
So that is Benny and Baxter, and of course we're Iowa fans, so
Go
I had
Hawks.
to deck him out in his Iowa gear. But yeah, they're just the sweetest boys, and I
so
love them.
cute.
I love to take them and get pup cups or go hiking or, you know, anything I can, and they're just, they
Adorable.
make me so happy, so
I love
adorable.
I love
yeah.
a curly pup.
Yes.
And your family is, you're from Port Byron.
Yes,
So you're
yes.
a local gal.
Yes, I am local.
I love Port Byron.
Yes, Port Byron is so cute, and it's awesome that I'm from this community, and you know, I grew up watching this station, and so getting to cover all of the stories of our community that I have grown up in and watched, from you to Paula Sands to, you know, all of these amazing people, and getting to work with all of you now is just so surreal.
That's the first time I've
yeah.
gotten a Morgan shout out. Like, I grew up watching you. That is a first for me, and I gotta say, I kind of love that.
Yeah.
Well, you are such an asset to the team,
thank you.
Kate. We love having you. You're such a bright light, and you're just everybody's bestie in the newsroom,
Yeah,
and
thank you.
you're doing an amazing job.
I
Just
appreciate it.
incredible. So you can follow Kate as well on social media. In fact, she's fabulous at social media. She's on Facebook and she's on TikTok as KWQC Kate K. Once again, Kate, thanks for being here and telling us all about you. We appreciate it. All right, and thank you for watching. Your News at 4 is up next.